Hello. Hey, man, what's up with that, dude? That's not true. Where's the statute, sir?
Let's go outside.
I'm not going outside. I'm in my public building. What do you mean, man? What are they doing that for? Don't restrict my rights, brother.
Come on.
All right, folks, thank you for tuning in to San Joaquin Valley Transparency. The title of this video is Chief Thinks He's Exempt of the Law. This video takes place in Jeffersonville, Indiana, and this is the Jeffersonville Police Department. And the video includes Officer Seafried, badge number 681, and Chief of Police Kenny Kavanaugh. Now, both the officer and the chief seem to not understand the laws. They go on to say things like, this is our building, you can't record inside. But for public safety, he knows this is not true. Let's watch the video, folks, and discuss what can be changed so this department understands where they went wrong. Let's get right to it.
You and me have been cool so far. This is not okay. Well, I'm coming back in. You can't restrict me from my public areas, dude. What's wrong with you, man? What's wrong with them?
I don't know. These are the rules that we have to follow in here.
By who? Says who?
If you have a problem with that, you're just going to have to file a complaint.
I am going to file a complaint. Let's go file it.
Well, you don't file it here.
Yeah, I
you file it with the
can.
city.
No, this is here. You look. Do you see a statute? There's no statute because there's no law. You're not even a court. Yeah, I need a lot of stuff. You all didn't honor my records requests. That's a state statute violation.
Okay, so do
Open Records Act of
do you
Indiana.
need to speak to somebody?
Yes, sir.
Who do you need to speak with?
Supervisor, as high as it
I
goes.
believe that was at the legal department down at the city building. Is where that went.
It might have went there, but I need record of it. So, and I want to file some more too. I got a few other things to file.
Well, we'll get your email. If you want to put all that up, come in. You're
No, I'm not putting it up, man. It's my right. I can go in there with this.
Just don't come back in there with the camera. That's
I'm going in there with the camera, sir.
No.
Look, there's no statute on there. What are you going to do about it? Like, what are you going to do about it besides violate my rights? You took an oath to the Constitution. Don't violate my rights,
so
man.
Don't come in with your camera.
Rules ass.
Okay.
Look, there's no rule on there. Tell me the rule. I'm coming in with my camera.
Well, then we'll have to deal with you in a different
What are you
way.
going to do?
We'll deal with you.
What are you going to do? Beat
I'm
me up on
telling
the
you
side
not-
of the building?
I'm telling you not to come in with your camera.
But you can't, though, because you're a law enforcement officer, sir. That's what
Chris.
you are. I'm going in.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No.
I'm going in.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. What power of authority do you have to tell me?
This is our building.
No,
And
yeah,
we're not
but
coming
it's
in
my
this
building.
with these restrictions.
There is no restriction. Do you see a restriction?
I do.
All you see is a sign. That is not a restriction. I can put a sign up saying, it doesn't mean that you have to. Right? Am I right or wrong?
So you're not coming in.
We were cool before, but now you're violating my
We have
rights,
rules we
man.
have to
I'm an
follow.
American. You know next week is Constitutional Week?
Did you know you can't come in with the camera?
Did you know you took an oath? Yeah, no, I can go in with the camera. Just because your sign says that don't mean
you
shit,
see the
man.
sign.
Do you see a statute? Don't do this to me. Don't do this to
Don't
me.
disrespect.
Don't violate your oath. Don't violate your oath, man.
Hey, Chris, I'll stand out here.
That's fine. I just want to do a records request.
You're not going to do it with the camera.
I just want to do a records request. You can't tell me not to. There's no law. But you just said that. Look, man, you got no authority to do that. Why are you doing this? You're a good cop. You're a good cop. Honor your oath.
Those are the rules that we have.
But who made those rules? It's not even a statute. Look at it. You can't even arrest me because it's not a state law.
Put your camera up, you come in and get your...
I'm not going to do it without a record. You guys don't honor records. Smart sign. That's not a statute.
Let us take this moment to introduce to you Chief of Police Kevin Kavanaugh. Now, I would like to point out that the chief is brave enough to come out and face the camera, but was he ready to answer some important questions, honestly, and with a good understanding of law? Not necessarily, folks. You see, bravery isn't everything. You gotta have some smarts in life, no matter what you do. As we know right now, you need 6 months training to become a police officer, and none of that training entails learning the First Amendment, which mirrors our natural rights. I'd say we should include that in police training nationwide. If we do that, police officers won't be thrown into the world of policing without a clue of properly doing their job, so that it's fair for everyone involved. There is no excuse logical enough not to make this happen. And here's Chief Kevin Kavanaugh, folks.
Obviously concerned with some of the employees' histories here.
Okay.
All right? And it shouldn't be a big deal for me to come in here and just do a public records request.
Okay.
It's my right.
Some
you know?
of the information that you filled out, I looked at that. It was incomplete.
Okay.
You didn't fill in all the categories, and there's some things written in there that didn't apply. it was inappropriate. But I tell you what I like to do: sit down with you and have a conversation.
Guide me through it? Let's do it.
Yeah, you want to come in the conference room and you and I sit down?
As long as I can record.
You can't record inside our
I'm
facility
going to take a record,
we're a secure facility. But
there's no statute for that, Kenny.
So let me explain something to you, okay? So some cases, you see some of the information that we're putting out. We ask people who are victims or maybe victims to come into our lobby.
And I make sure that I don't bother them. You know what I mean? I won't record their private information.
But the problem issue is if someone's coming in here to meet with an investigator and they have been a victim and we don't already... Hold on, let me
then
finish.
You take them out of public area. You know what I mean? The lobby's not...
We have a public reception actually coming in and then we move them into an area. But if you're
I'm sure
filming
you do.
And you're filming, you're documenting and recording, we don't know all the full circumstances.
Have you ever seen in any of my videos where I've done that to anyone ever?
No, sir.
I'll follow the laws, man. You know what I mean? Like,
so
I will.
You recognize that we don't have full control of every situation that's encountered.
See,
exactly.
A human being can't have full control over other human beings. It's just the way it is, man.
That's reasonable.
You know, it's just the way it is.
Absolutely.
I mean, it doesn't matter how many laws we make; we're never going to make that perfect.
But we do have the opportunity to respect the expectation of privacy of someone coming in to make a report, and I'm good with that. And any information that you're wanting to get or you're wanting to receive, I'm more than able to do that and we'll be compliant. And that's what, with Jeffersonville Police Department, we're compliant with all records and all requests that are made.
It hasn't been for me very well so far.
Your request that you've turned in is incomplete. And I think what you could do, we could give you that request back that you've made. We could give you that copy. You could show it and we can put it out for everyone to see how you filled that out.
I wouldn't mind that at all. I want to educate the public and myself.
Okay.
So if I did something wrong, now see, I was expecting to be able to do it in more of a nonchalant way.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like I probably did
it's not really
mistakes.
nonchalant. You come over here to 2218 East 10th Street and you come right up to the window. It's not a nonchalant.
Nonchalant in my writing, my verbiage. Okay. So maybe my verbiage wasn't formatted well enough for law. I can accept that.
No, you had areas that were not filled out, and you.
Are you talking about the signature?
No, I'm talking about the form itself there, just some things there. And I didn't fully see all of it, just a quick glance. I know Assistant Chief McVoy, I was not here at the time, but I know they're handling that and they're working with the legal. But I do know what I've been told is that you've not filled that out. And it's more than your signature. I think you filled out some information. You crossed some things out.
Yeah, I'm not going to put my private information on there.
Well, that's part of the...
No, it's not part of
the question I have is, how did the chief make it to that position not knowing the laws? And you know what, folks? The video's about to get better. I've never seen a chief get educated on camera like this. Maybe this is why chiefs don't like to come out and answer questions in front of the cameras. Like I said, this chief was brave to come out, but by doing so, he allowed the people to understand exactly how chiefs across the nation need to be questioned, just like this one. This is what happens when you don't train police officers in the Constitution and you allow them to enforce feelings, not laws. Keep watching, folks. This is the most important part of the video.
You cross some things out.
Yeah, I'm not going to put my private information on there.
Well, that's part of the...
No, it's not part of the process. Read the Open Records Act for Indiana. It's in the statute.
Okay.
I don't have to.
So you're telling me the form that we have is not compliant?
Bingo.
With the state?
I actually mentioned that to your staff that day so that they could give that message to you.
Okay.
But if you look at the Indiana statute to the Open Records Act, okay, that's where it's at. It's long. Like it took me days to go through it all. And actually what I do now is I'll go and refer to a section of it because there's so many. Okay. You know what I mean? It's very complicated.
Okay.
And then the action for it is just court. You know what I mean? So it's like I could call cops on cops and say they're not doing their job, and it's a state statute, and there should be enforcement to that law. But because it's a civil action, that the action is civil action.
All right.
What are we going to do? Besides go to court. You know what I mean?
Again, you and I spoke on the phone that day in 50 minutes. How do you want to resolve this? So are you telling me that you're not going to, well, let's go to the records request first.
Okay.
Are you not going to fill out all of that information on the records request?
I'm not going to fill out my private information. I'll give you, to be able to get a hold of me, I'll give you my email. You know my name. You shouldn't be knowing my last name, man, because that was actually given in confidentiality when I was reporting Woodard's fault. And all these people used my last name, including you. You did it right there in the road.
Yes, sir.
You know, you doxed me, as a matter of fact, because you know I'm recording.
I doxed you?
Yeah, it doxes me, man. I got a channel. I don't want my last name out there.
Were you doxing me and you tried to follow me a little bit ago?
No, you're a government. You're like... Your name's right there on the door, Mr. Kavanaugh.
So as an official of the government, I don't have any expectation of privacy.
Not here. This is yours. You claiming it. You're taking responsibility for it.
I don't think you fully understand the scope of the law. There is a reasonable expectation of privacy, and there's the employees inside here while performing their job and their duties. they also should be free of not being interrupted of you while they're trying to work inside that space.
No. When you come here and you work, you're taking responsibility as a government for our people in this area, this county, this city.
So you should be able to come in. You should be able to come in and call them names. You should be able to come there. And,
I should be able to. We're talking about getting their names.
No, I think I did see your video how you treat my staff in here, and I'll be honest with you, if any of my people or personnel were ever that way towards you, I'd have an issue and problem.
They gave me issues. It's called respect. You know what respect means, sir? Do you know the definition of respect?
I've got to be honest. Let's talk about your conduct.
Slow down a little bit. You're escalating a little too fast here.
Let's talk about your conduct.
You're escalating a little too fast. I'll get to that. Do you know what the word respect means, sir?
I think you and I went through this on the phone with our conversation.
All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and cut the video off right here because him and the chief go on to talk for about another 30 minutes. So if you want to watch the full video, definitely go check that out. There's a lot of dialogue going on. You guys can pinpoint everything the chief says. And it's a whole bunch of running around the bush. And this is a pattern that we keep seeing with police officers. When we say we know our rights, they call us sovereign citizens. When we spit case law to the police officers, they seem to act like we don't know what we're talking about. When you seem to know what your rights are, they laugh at you. And there's something else I want to pinpoint. A lot of times folks are upset that their rights are being violated, so they have an attitude with police. One of the things that they say right away is, what are you, anti-cop? Do you hate police? Are you having a bad day? I recently seen a video where a police officer pulls over a chief from a neighboring city or town, and the chief of police gets out and he's angry at the cops and all this and all that. But let me ask you guys something. Is the chief of police anti-police because he has an attitude with the cops? That right there, folks, is Police Hypocrisy 101. And that's what you get the best out of this channel. We are able to accurately pinpoint with precise precision the hypocrisy that police officers spew and the propaganda that they use to garner support. One more thing before I let you guys go, subscribe to For Public Safety's channel. This channel is one of the better channels that's recently come out. I personally think he keeps the original premise of what a First Amendment audit is, and he's out to educate. And for that, he deserves your support, folks. I'm going to drop his link in the description and in the pinned comment. Let him know I sent you guys. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you on the next video. Peace.